Good with everybody, man. I hope everybody's having a productive day, feeling blessed. Like I always say, it's one life, one chance. We only got one chance to do this right. Let's get it done. With that being said, I had to go do my orientation today, man. I had to get everything secure for my new position, more money, more benefits. Part of the Teamsters Union. Thought I'd point that out there. Rest in peace, Jimmy Hoffa. Wherever you're at, I'm pretty sure you're resting somewhere though, because you ain't here, you ain't alive, but still. Jimmy Hoffa. Did you know if you found Jimmy Hoffa's body, you know how much you would get paid? Millions. I would sell it per the bone. Thought I'd point that out there. So let's get right into the video. With that being said, hit that subscribe button, hit that like, always leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Check the links in the description for the Apple and Spotify music. Go ahead and stream all my music. And thank you guys for tuning in, and thank you guys for your guys' support. It means a lot. Now, one of my subscribers asked me a few days ago, he shot me a link on Instagram, and he was like, hey, man, go ahead and check out this YouTube video. Most of the time, it's just a link. I don't see what the topic is. I don't know what they're talking about. I don't know what is being discussed. So, any supporter that shot me something, I'll press it, watch it. If I don't have nothing to say or ain't got an opinion on it, I usually tell them that I won't do it, or I can't do it, or all right, good looking out. I'm still learning this YouTube stuff, man, so I'm learning how to diversify my catalog and my level of education, my thought process, my perception, because, you know, there's so much universal topics that we can all talk about. So I get home, I'm doing research, and I see a bunch of people mentioning what American Cholo had said about Lupe, and I'm like, I haven't even watched not one video of it. I just see a bunch of people commenting on it, but I want to talk about the Wack 100 situation because I figured I could. Now, everybody, I read the comment section. First and foremost, to the link that they shot me about Wack 100 and Lupe's mom's house getting burned down, and he shot her a donation. It didn't say how much the donation was, but regardless of the fact, the dude asked me how I feel about it. I think there's different situations that can help you. I think there's different situations that you could be placed in which you can dig yourself out of, and some that are just going to be non-forgotten. You know, like Mel Gibson. You know, everybody still gives him business. He still makes his money, he still makes his millions, but everybody knows that phone call he made to his ex-wife, or the comments he made about the Jews when he got pulled. When he got pulled over. Matter of fact, yeah, it was when he did get pulled over. You know, there's a lot of famous people that make bad choices and think that just because they did a rewarding act, an act of faith, a kind gesture, that people are going to forget about. And half the time, due to social media and so much things that everybody's paying attention to, they do forget about it. You know, their life goes on. Now, his situation with him and Lupe wasn't really of a matter of importance to me as to the kind of character he is and who she is and who she's related to and what she goes by, who she's dating and what hood she's from. I based my opinion and my perception and reacted to that individual based on the racial remarks that were done against Mexicanos and Mexicanas. Not for the people involved, because I don't know either side. I don't know neither one of them. Now, mind you, a kind gesture to her, even after the fact of what he did and how he disrespected her. You know, I did hear the comment where like, hey, bro, she belongs to us. She's a Crip. She belongs to us. I watched the videos on that too. Fine. Nobody in the Mexican community raised their hand and claimed her. Like, hey, bro, that's my señora right there, bro. Hey, dámela. Pásalo para atrás. None of us said that. For damn sure, nobody said that. I still think in two aspects. One, hell yeah, that's some real stuff right there. You know, her mom's house got burned down. I don't know if Lupe is rich. Her face is all over the media. She's involved with podcasts. I don't know how she's got her revenue and her financial endeavors lined up to where she could take care of herself, her family, and her mom. Maybe she needs the help. Maybe she don't need the help. You know, I learned it by some subscribers, and I've also learned it just in general in life. Man, if you're going to do a kind gesture, why did the public need to know about it? Why did you feel the need to advertise it and display it on your platforms in front of your supporters that you helped her out after you disrespected her and the Mexicano race? That's what I question. You gonna want to do a kind gesture, you want to help her out, you want to feel bad for her? This ain't one of those damage control situations where you think that, you know, the Mexican community gonna be bought off, paid off, and forget about the fact that you disrespected another Mexicana with derogatory and discriminatory remarks about our culture. That thing is not gonna be overlooked. Trust me, it's not. I won't forget about it. I know I can't make a big difference, but I know I'm not going to forget about it. That's something you got to live with, and that's the image that you tainted by yourself to yourself. So no, I wasn't easily impressed that he gave whatever substantial amount of money to Lupe. Hey, bro, if you want to be a good dude and help her out, and her unfortunate circumstances, because her mom didn't have nothing to do with it. You know, she was living a normal life, getting older, enjoying the rest of her years, and her house suddenly got burnt down for whatever reason. You know, it's up to Lupe to do what she got to do for her family. And if you decide to help out in the process, hey, bro, I didn't say you had a cold black heart. Some people just make mistakes. Some people disrespect the wrong people. Some people have an image of arrogance and narcissism and disrespectful sometimes. Doesn't mean that they're all bad people all the way around. He probably has a good heart. You did what you had to do. I don't think the publicity stunt that you needed for it was necessary to regain control of your audience, and the audience that was about to support you and just finally like stepped away just based on the fact that, you know, some of them might have been Mexicanos or Mexicanas. That's not going to impress nobody. And it's not going to change the fact that you did what you did. That's just my personal opinion. But yeah, he had a lot of support from his comments in the comment section. And you know what I mean? I'll never dictate another audience or a subscriber who he can and can't support it or disregard them because of that. Yeah, he has his fan base. He has his followers. They like what he did. There were some Mexicanos in that comment section like, that's what's up, man. That's tight. That's the real deal right there. There's just some things that money can't buy. Money can't buy you respect in a lot of aspects. It might be when you get higher up in the ladder, you know, but sometimes money doesn't buy respect. Money doesn't buy memory loss. It doesn't. Some things are just going to be hard to be forgotten and overlooked. You didn't put a woman's life on the spotlight and on the line, bro. You put our cultura on the line underneath the spotlight for people to continue to think it was okay to criticize the Mexicano culture and think just because you're Mexican, you eat tortas. Just because you're a Mexicana, you eat tacos. Granted, there's a lot of Mexicanos out here, man, that's their first go-to meal is a taco. Birra. A pastor. Asada. Hell yeah. Ain't nobody passing up on that. Me personally, I'll just take a pizza, but I'm good. Then I started seeing everybody. It was funny, though. It's like they try to play into this role of wanting to instigate the YouTube beef because everybody's like, all right, let's see what American Cholo does since he spoke up for her. No, see, the thing about American Cholo is that he spoke up for the simple fact that she was disrespected as a Mexicana. I'm not going to be the one to sit here and be like, yeah, bro, I want to see what American Cholo would go fund her. For what? He don't know her from nobody. And he doesn't owe her nothing, just like Lupe don't owe the Mexicano community any form of respect and recognition. She's going to go date whoever she wants to date and be part of whatever gang and ethnic group she chooses to associate herself with. That's on her. That's her decision as a woman. She's entitled to that as a woman. And American Cholo's entitled to, you know, step away from that and say, you know what, I supported her. I defended her only on the basis of the racial profiling that was done to her and the discrimination that was done to her. But he doesn't have to afford her any dollar. And just because Wack 100 did it doesn't mean the rest of the community have to do it neither. Everybody has their own struggle. She can get out of her own struggle. So I looked at it and I took a step back and I was like, man, sometimes I do feel like sometimes the YouTube beef can be instigated by the public in itself. Some people just want to see the instigation and the drama really go through. And that's why I do my best to filter through the comments, answer what I need to answer, stay positive, stay out of the drama, stay out the way. Because I felt like people were just sitting there on the sidelines just instigating it. Video after video after video, channel on channel through the comment section. Like, yeah, let's see what American Cholo does. Just like the fight's supposed to happen between them. Like, what do these two men need to fight? What, just because they had a dispute over the internet? Just because they had an argument? You know, it'd be better than to see these two fight in the ring? To both sit them right there, microphone, one podcast, and just go for hours debating, reach an absolute conclusion of if there's continued racial division in America amongst the black and brown community, or provide solutions on how black and brown, white, and any other ethnicity for that matter can come together and learn to just get along and share one another's cultures without throwing it in each other's face. I would sit and watch that before I watch a pay-per-view fight of two dudes that are famous, that got better things to do with their time, like influence the world, than to go at it one-on-one in a boxing ring, bro. Like, we ain't kids, man. We grown men. The only time you need to fight is if somebody put your life in danger. If they put hands on you. We grown men out here. We after money. We after financial stability. We after respect, influence, and reputations. to solidify our family's legacy, our cultura, or whoever else you're doing it for. So when I heard, I didn't even hear the American Cholo comment saying about if Lupe isn't a raza, because I've seen multiple people say that she's not a raza, that he said she's not a raza. Now, if I'm just saying, if that's the case, because I don't need to be on YouTube looking at the video and then saying, you know what, I'm gonna pick at that. I'm gonna pick at that because I supported him when he decided to support the cultura for the racial discrimination that was brought upon our culture. But I'm not gonna sit here and support and be non-supportive of him because for every other statement he makes after this, I'm not. Now, if he's saying Lupe is not a raza, I'm saying if, I don't need to watch the video. I'm just saying if. That's the only thing I could disagree with, whether he said it or not, whether he meant to say it or not. I know there's still racial division. There's still people out here that still have that little bit of racism in them. You know, a white can't stand. Some whites can't stand when a white girl's with a black dude. Black women can't stand when their men are with white girls or with Mexicanas. Trust me, it still exists. It's out there. It may not be broadcasted out loud, or maybe in the hood. You never know. But I still think people think like that. See, I don't care what a Mexicana does with her life. You know what I'm proud of? Is that when I look at that Mexicana and she represents our culture no matter what she does and no matter who she's with or whatever circumstances she's in. I love the beauty behind a Mexicana or Chicana or whatever, Latina, whatever you guys want to call it, cultura. I love the beauty behind just our culture in itself. Our women are beautiful. Our women are beautiful. Our women are raised in a certain way due to our culture. They're attentive towards family. They're attentive towards the men or whoever they're in love with. But they're very attentive to the details and the ideologies of our cultura. That's what I'm proud of. So she could be Mexican, dating a black, dating a white, dating an Asian, dating the other, dating whoever. Whatever her decision is, even if she decided to join a black gang, how does that take away from her being Mexican? How is her bloodline watered down just because she decided to go eat whatever it is, whatever ethnicity she's married to or dating, go eat their food or talk like them or exercise their practices and be like them and be around them, and she's never around Mexicanos? How does that take away from the fact that she was born Mexicana? That doesn't make no sense to me. That's why I didn't want to watch the video when people were shooting it to me. It's like, bro, I don't care if he said it or not. In the same essence, a man used to be a thug his whole life, had a couple of kids, realized he'd rather be in his kid's life, changes his ways, but everybody talks back to him. Everybody tries to punk him in public. Oh, he's not no thug no more? He's a sucker now? Because he decided to do the family thing instead of the thug life thing? Put hands on him and see if that thug don't come out of him. Put him in a predicament where his family's in jeopardy and see if that thug don't come out of him. It's the same difference to me. And that's just my personal opinion. American Cholo don't have to give her no money for her circumstances. That's not his job. That's not his obligation. That's really nobody's obligation. The things we do for each other is out of the kindness out of our hearts. How we support one another, no matter the ethnicity, background, heritage, lineage, family tree, ancestry tree, whatever leaves fall off the tree. What we do for others is because that's how we want to be treated. What we do for others is because it's what we wanted to do to not only make ourselves feel good, but to elevate somebody else and not be a hater. And not just stand there and watch somebody just dig a hole for themselves and bury themselves. Bro, I'm proud to be Mexican. I look white. I'm tatted like a skinhead, to be honest with you, or a Southsider, but still, I'm just to me, I'm just Mexican, Chicano, whatever terminologies people want to use. I know what my bloodline is. Just because I don't practice my cultura every day, just because I'm not here memorizing my Aztec culture, just because I don't eat tortillas and beans every day, man, I eat chicken and pasta with white rice. That's my favorite meal. I'll eat an all-American ballpark hot dog with chili beans, bro. That's American food. You don't have to practice whatever it is your culture is every day on a consistent basis to be the absolute representation of your culture. You don't. Whatever you are, whatever blood you were born with, that's who you are, and that's who you're always going to be. Unless you decide to deny that yourself, then that's your problem, that's your demon, that's your fight. Everybody's entitled to be who they want to be, when they want to be, how they want to be. But just because somebody else decided to say somebody wasn't something else because they dislike what they do and how they conduct themselves or who they associate with, doesn't distinguish with the fact they are what they are. That's just my personal opinion. So I thought I'd sum this video up. You know, a very short video. Sorry it's very short, but I got to get to sleep. I got to get up early in the morning and go chase this bag. You know, YouTube is just a hobby. It's a side hustle, but it's more or less a hobby. It's my way of opening bigger doors for me in the future so I can actually go out there in the world and see what the world is really like. But most importantly, that 9 to 5, them 40 hours a week, them 80-hour checks, that's how I'm going to provide for my family. So with that being said, like I always say, it's one life, one chance. We only got one chance to do this right. Let's get it done. Peace.